Welcome everyone. This is the Wind Power Project Management Podcast, and my name is Emirhan. I will be your host today, and I am currently studying Wind Power Project Management as a 2-year student. And today's topic is forecasting, and we are happy to have Görkem here from enercast, and he is the head of sale in enercast. And Görkem, hello again. Can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Hello, Emirhan. It's nice to be here. Thanks for the invitation. I am Görkem Teneler. I am from Izmir, Turkey. I am one of the first year graduates of this Wind Power Project Management program. Back then it was the Gotland University. Now it's part of the Uppsala. So I am happy to back to Ireland and the campus. So over the like more than 10 years, I've been working in the academia in industry and all about like and relevant for the wind power. And like from academia, later I've been doing some engineering consultancy in the Turkish and the international markets. And currently, I am working for enercast for over 8 years on the power forecasting for wind and solar. So our main business it's more for the electricity market like players. So as you mentioned, I am the head of sales. I am responsible for the international sales and business development of our operations. So I am also leading the five member of team of sales and marketing departments. And currently I live in Germany in Kassel. So yeah, that's short about myself.
Yeah. Thank you, Görkem, for your interesting telling about your interesting career adventure. And yeah, if I can start with the Görkem, after 10 years of experience in the wind industry, and do you think the outcomes of this program, Wind Power Project Management, satisfy the qualification of the wind industries?
Yeah, of course. I mean, as a graduate from this program, I mean, in 2011, of course, the industry needs and the like qualifications, of course, it's dynamically changing and continuously like challenge all the market players. But what I can say, I mean, since I mean, within like fundamental background of engineering or any other like area, either like a social science or economy, I think such program in a master level of wind power gave you the overview of understanding. I mean, to contact or actually to connect with all the players in the wind power because um, I think it is obvious that it's an interdisciplinary area. So it's not on engineering, it's also combined, even in the engineering, it's combined different aspects of such like technical background. So I think the outcome of the program allow us and what I see like from myself or my experience, I'm able to understand or already have the knowledge from different phases of the wind power project, from even the idea phase for further development, execution, the construction, and even the lifetime of the asset. So in that case, I think it's offer a unique content to cover all the different aspects from different markets perspective, let's say. So I would say, and not only from my personal experience, but what I see from our alumni group over the last 14 years, I think we are spread around the different phase and the different business case of wind power, which is, I think, obviously a validation of the program outputs that covers the market needs, I would say.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I definitely agree. And let's talk about your idea against the program again. Which part of the program, as a course or the program specific, is the most interesting for you during your studies?
Yeah, I think since it was already the first time to get an introduction of the wind energy, um, I think what I remember and find useful and interesting, we got too many uh, input from this different aspects. So, I mean, from the environmental assessment, the social effects, I mean, combination with the site visit. So, actually, I think as a first thing, you don't really, I mean, understand how interdisciplinary is this. So, I mean, you need to, I mean, I think the interesting uh, like contribution of the program, I think we have been in touch with the different stakeholders from the whole uh, project phase. I mean, even the municipalities, the utilities, I mean, the on-site workers, and so on. So, honestly, I mean, when you are just, I mean, like coming from an like bachelor and like you don't have any idea how the real industry and the works, I think it's a good introduction to give all this broad overview who are the main players. So and I think combination of the site visits together with the theoretical and the industrial like touch or the experience, I think gave us a better understanding and overview of what's happening overall in an one win project, let's say.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Especially in the first, even in the two months of the program, you can get deep knowledge about the sector, and which is really precious for us. And let's talk about your business role and also forecasting. What is the key role does forecasting play in the wind industry and the transition of the renewable energy in your perspective?
Um, yeah, the forecasting, of course, it's been not that critical or crucial for the markets in the like in the later years, because the main reason, like one of the main reason was the wind and the solar. I mean, both of the weather dependent like sources were not uh, that engaged with the market, or the share coming from wind and solar was not dominant or not so affected or affecting the grid and the market. But in the recent years, I mean, also the financial models, I mean, there is no more, especially in the developed markets, there's no more feed-in tariffs or the fixed prices. So you actually try to find some channels to make it possible with the financial models. Then, of course, then the markets, the electricity markets, comes into the game, and when it's the markets and you are supposed to make a forecast and make a better planning of all this like production, which is on one hand needs to be managed by the grid operator with all the production and the demand side optimization, but also in terms of the electricity prices or the financial part of it, it's highly depends on a better or a forecast dependent aspect. So in that case, I think it is actually very crucial for all the market players. I mean, coming from the grid operator, the owner and the operator of the assets, and even all the third parties. I mean, asset managers, energy traders, balancing companies, who is actually managing all this electricity data in the relevant market operations. They rely on a better forecast. So and this is becoming, let's say, a main element of all the like use cases. And I would say the forecasting, it's more or less like a necessary like input for all the like financial modeling as well. So you also need to get the better forecastability assessment. So I think I also remember from my studies that, I mean, a main criteria to have a finance or to find an investment for a wind project was the capacity factor. but actually it's no more a main factor or the only factor, because you can actually get a different financial benefit by making a better trading, which relies on a better forecasting. So in that case, actually, first of all, it gave markets and all the players a different opportunities. So they are not only searching for a good high wind regime places. So they just need to find their business model to sell this electricity, even if it is less. But you can make the same financial benefit if you know the market regulations and if you know how to use the forecast
Yeah.
data for this area. So this is, I think, where it makes it crucial for such companies to develop their own forecasting teams or work for such external service provider and the experts in that area.
As a final question and to
Mhm.
cover the topic, do you want to say more something about who wants to apply this program or for the wind industry?
Um, I think there is also a good option now, the 1 year and the 2 years of program.
Yeah.
I think this, I think, allows two different like segments. So I think if you already have some, I mean, decent work experience in some maybe other industry, I think the 1 year program should give you a better and very, I mean, solid fundamentals of the wind power if you are already seeking to, I mean, change your like current sector to renewables and the wind power, which is, I think, like becoming the main electricity market. And of course, the 2 years, then it's the further and the extended version, which I think, as I heard, it's also like combined with some industrial like elements with the internship and
Yeah.
some like industrial thesis elements. So I think this should be also attractive and useful for such interested parties who is already a new graduate from bachelor and has no work experience. So maybe the 2 years like 2 years program can also give them both the academic and the industrial experience combination. And I would say, and I also find a very unique of this program is that, um, as I mentioned, I mean, it's not focusing only one specific technical topic to be solved. So it is the project management. So when it comes to the project, it involves different aspects. So in that case, I think it's not only an engineering or the technical. So any social science and economical background person can also get a better and valuable information about the wind power. And based on, I think, also from our alumni network in the market, uh, I can like clearly say that, I mean, we have a well reading of the market. So I mean, we know who does what and so on. So of course, it's a unique and I think a differentiation factor from the other available program in the academic year.
So yeah, thank you, Görkem, for your precious information. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for hosting me and for the nice invite. So it's nice to be back to Visby on the island and meet our recent and the current year students. So hope to see you in the industry and maybe also work together. Thank you.
Thank you.